All right, welcome back to the Rebooking the 90s podcast. Today it's the big one, man. It's the draft. I am your host, Brady Roberts, aka Brady Malibu, and I'm here with my main man, my co-host, my enemy in this endeavor, Ravenous Randy Myers.
I like to think of us more as opponents. You know, we're working together to make Rebook the 90s, to make it what we wanted it to be, to make it a new magical encounter for all the listeners out there and reigniting that childhood dreams in us. I am your punk hunkin' weirdo hero, Ravenous Randy Myers.
There he is. There's the intro. Amazing. So to recap, last time we said we're getting 25 guys on each of our rosters. We're getting 3 international talents. Yep. We get 1 mystery wrestler and 1 wild card wrestler. The mystery wrestler, the wild card wrestler, the international wrestlers, we can choose those at any time during the draft. We're not going to do them at the end or whatever, just in case we really want somebody bad. We're going to go 6 non-wrestlers, announcers, valets, whatever, and 5 jobbers. And we've made a list of only 10 jobbers. So we're each going to get 5 of those. I'm sure people will have lots of thoughts on
there's
the
probably somebody going to be listening who was like their uncle was a jobber, you know what I mean? And they're going to be really upset that they had this long tenured WWE career and we completely forgot about them.
For sure. And most uncles are jobbers.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Like, I mean, name an uncle that's not a jobber. They always have jobber jobs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And like they're kind of like you know, like a repo man. Like, have you ever met an actual repo? I guess repo person.
I have not met a repo person of any gender.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if they exist. They're only uncles if they do.
Sure, and I'm an uncle.
Oh, hey.
So that
you're a jobber. So
it all works out. It's perfect. Okay, nice. So here's what I'm thinking we're going to do, because we're not in the same place, obviously. If you're watching this on video, you'll see. We can't really flip a coin to decide who's going to go first here. So I think we should do virtual rock, paper, scissors, best 2 out of 3. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that's great. I think, I'm always down for a best 2 out of 3 falls match.
Yes, and I think the Wi-Fi is looking pretty good, so I think we should be on point. I don't think anyone's going to be lagging and anyone's going to be able to cheat or anything. So so why don't we do this, man? So I think we go 1-1 shoot. Okay. That's the deal, right? It's not like some people play this game differently for some reason.
I don't know.
There's no universal set of rock.
Paper, shoot. Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. So here we go. First round. Rock, paper, shoot.
You got me. Paper.
Okay, perfect. I had scissors. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so best 2 out of 3. Okay, here we go. Rock, paper, shoot. Oh,
you 2 out of 3, Brady. You beat
2 out of 3. Brady Malibu wins. Okay.
Yeah. I should not have called on The Rock this early in this wrestling encounter.
Hey, maybe The Rock was my #1 draft pick. We'll see.
Or maybe he's a jobber in our world. This is what we're talking about.
He's not on the jobber qualifying list, but you know what? If you wanted to draft him in your 25 and just job him out, I think that's totally cool.
I think that's fair. He needs.
Do you think that would affect his future movie star status? Does he become a movie star in this universe?
Oh, that's interesting. Maybe like a B-level movie star.
Yeah,
I like that.
Like if he wasn't booked so strong, would he have been?
Do you remember when Maven did that commercial for it was like a cat litter box remover thing? It was like a thing that like scraped the crap out of your litter box. It was like 2 years after he left WWE. He clearly was scouting around for an agent, and this is what they got him, like a cat litter box remover. Yeah.
I do not remember that, but I feel like we should like post a link to that when we post this, because this is
for sure.
That's great.
Yeah, just to give it a push, and who knows? Maybe your cat litter box needs aren't being met, and Maven could make that work.
I just remember, speaking again about 90s wrestling, and maybe this is early 2000s, I just remember all the guys doing like there was that energy drink, and then there was the ravioli stuff.
Totally. Yep. I remember that too. Mick Foley had the ravioli commercial. X-Pac had that like NRG. I think it was called NRG Energy or something like that, which they only sold in like really tiny cans. But when they gave it to X-Pac, they gave it in like a full liter can. So it made him just look that much smaller when he came out. Because I'd be holding the can at home and it was like a Red Bull size. And he'd come out and it was like a small keg in his hand. And so I'm like, how big is X-Pac? I don't understand the proportions of this human being.
Right. Yeah. And you were basing it off of the size of the energy drink can for
of course. Yeah, not anything else, like just the can size.
Well, apparently Randy Savage's Slim Jim contract was quite lucrative.
Oh yeah, no, I've always wondered how he got that.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's dive into this. We got a lot of wrestlers to draft. We get 41 picks each, including all of our non-wrestlers. So I got the first draft pick. So I'm going to go right ahead and start this thing. And I'm going to pick a pretty big name, I think, for my first draft pick. I'm going to go with, as Brady Malibu surfer dude, I'm going with the original surfer himself, Sting.
Oh wow! Okay,
is my first draft pick, and I'm really hoping he was high up on your list because really, I just want to do this to screw you over.
Oh yeah, hey, you know what? Actually, the Stinger was not on my list, but I'm glad that you picked him. He's got so much potential. You know what I mean? Whether it be as Surfer Sting, or whether it be as the Crow Sting, whether it be even later down the line as Joker Sting, you could be like so much potential in that one right there. World champion for sure.
For sure.
My first pick is coming straight to you from the Bowery. It's none other than the psychological genius that is Raven.
Oh, amazing. Amazing. Just Raven was actually quite high on my list. So that's great. That's great. Not someone who people would probably think would be your number one draft pick. But again, I think same thing. So much potential there.
For sure. Yeah, he had if you ask me honestly, one of the coolest looks at a time in wrestling. He was doing something that was it was super cool within pop culture, but it was still anti everything that was in wrestling. And it was very fresh and definitely a great brain.
And the name is slipping my mind, but who was he in WWF in the early 90s? He was that cheesy manager.
Johnny Flamingo?
Johnny Flamingo. I think that sounds right. Yeah.
Johnny Polo as well at one point.
Johnny Polo, yeah. Okay, sweet. So, man, you could even just turn right back to that.
Crossover between the two. Oof, there's so much stuff, so much potential.
Okay, my number 2 draft pick. We're gonna lie, we're gonna cheat, we're gonna steal. We're going for Eddie Guerrero, number 2.
Great pick. Great
choice. Yeah.
Not gonna lie, not gonna say that he was not on my list because he definitely is on my list. He was definitely
workhorse. All right, you're up.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm going to go again. I'm going to go down that psychological. I'm going down that road. I'm going down the promos. I'm going down the ones who bring something special. That's something special to not only to the ring, not only to their promos, but to something special to our lives, Brady. Mm-hmm. I'm picking Piper, Roddy Piper.
Boom. A man we both knew very well.
Yeah, a man who I think he made us both cry. Is that true?
I don't recall ever crying, but it's entirely possible.
I bawled my eyes out.
Yep. I remember a lot of people crying when we filmed that show, World of Hurt, if anyone doesn't know what we're talking about. Absolutely. I wasn't sure if you were going to say, when you said a man that we both know, if it was going to be Roddy Piper or Lance T. Storm.
Yeah, you throw the T in there, huh? Show respect. Yeah, that's fair.
You have to. And I actually purposely left Lance off of my list only because I still talk to Lance so often that I just felt like it would be weird to have him in my fantasy wrestling league because, your friends in your fantasy league, you got to push them and stuff. And
yeah, definitely. It's like watching your friends in porno. You don't do that, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You don't watch Shreds pornos?
No, I never have. Have you?
Okay. I have not. Maybe not. Okay. My number 3, my number 3 choice, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Oh, yeah. Another workhorse. Yeah. Love him. Big part of my 90s. Always big debate between who was better, Bret or Shawn. They're both incredible. But right now I'm going to go Shawn.
No, for sure. That's a great choice. And I can already think about Shawn versus Sting.
Mm-hmm.
That's already so hot right there. You've picked what's your third pick? We're already.
Yeah. And I didn't even do this on purpose, but you think about these guys like Shawn was never in WCW. Sting was never in WWF until obviously much later. But in that 90s time, it's like there's so many dream matches you can do with those guys just because they never did go to the other side.
Totally, exactly. Well, if you're going there, then I'm going to go to the other side of that coin, and I'm going to go for Bret the Hitman Hart, Calgary, Alberta's own.
Amazing. I like it, man. You're picking some guys close to you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, definitely. I don't care. I'm not afraid.
Like it.
I'll treat them well,
Sure. Yeah. Well, you were already talking about politicking last time around. So.
Oh, exactly. That's what this whole thing is. It's just to get me to get maybe Christmas dinner at Bret's house next year.
I was going to say you should text Bret, just see what you can get for for booking.
As if I have his number.
Yeah, well, somebody's gonna have it. Okay, so I think I'm up. Number 4, I'm gonna go someone close to the Hart family. One of my favorites from the 90s, recently featured on Dark Side of the Ring, Brian Pillman, the Loose Cannon.
Boom. Great choice. Great choice.
Obviously passed away much too soon. Mm-hmm. Was an incredible promo and great wrestler, great physique, great look. The Loose Cannon thing was amazing. Just working the whole industry before that was a cool thing to do. And just, yeah, I love him. And I think there's so much we can do with him.
I think that's totally true. I think that Brian Pillman, like you said, had that endless potential and was like such a great athlete and had that X factor that was like you just can't put your finger on, right? So great choice. And also have fun booking him because you're the booker man now, and he might fuck you over for all we know.
Exactly.
And I'm kind of hoping he does. I'm gonna go for the first female draft pick. I'm gonna go for China.
Amazing.
Yeah, again, somebody I felt like there was endless potential taken away from us too soon. Again, who knows where they would have been now. I think like they've kind of, again, like reached a cult status in the last couple of years that really, I think, would have taken them to new heights, and who knows where they would have been now. So let's see what we could do by rebooking the 90s with China.
Very cool. I'm liking how different these lists are feeling already. Okay, my number 5 draft pick. I feel like my last 4 are all like work rate guys.
Totally.
So I got to draft a body guy, man. It's time for body guy, and it's not Carlito. It's the Ultimate Warrior. Another guy who might really screw me over.
For sure. You got Sean. You got Pillman. Yeah. You got Warrior.
I think Sting had some issues maybe at some point.
No, for sure.
We all do.
Totally.
So the Ultimate Warrior, he might hold me up for money, I think.
Yeah, no, for sure. Hopefully he does.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for another one close to my heart and a body guy as well. Mick Foley. Yeah, I'm going for Mick Foley because whether I'm booking him as Cactus or Dude Love or Mankind or just even lovable Mick Foley or even Santa Claus, who knows? So many possibilities, right? And who wouldn't want to have a fantasy league without Mick Foley in it?
Very cool. That was a guy also probably in my top 10 choices just because of what you said. There's so much you can do with the guy, right?
For sure. Yeah. Promos off the charts.
Off the charts. I'm taking my list is not like I kind of got a list of guys that I want, but it's not necessarily in any particular order. So I'm kind of just trying to strategize here and decide who I want next. And I think I'm going to go with the Macho Man. Ooh, yeah. Randy Savage. We were just talking about Slim Jim.
For sure.
And I'm going to go Randy Savage for my number 6 pick. Boom.
I think your number 7 pick should probably be a therapist due to what I've heard that your roster is thus far. But I think you've also picked phenomenal talent. I'm not going to say that Macho wasn't on my list. Who doesn't like Macho and Eddie? I mean, it's arguably 2 of the greatest of all time, right? You throw Sean in that mix, boom. You're rolling. Rolling. Well, then I'm going to go with another one that was taken too soon. I'm going to go with Brett's brother Owen. So I'm going to have both Brett and Owen.
Great choice. Tons you can do there. Are they going to team up? Are they going to be enemies? Who knows what's going to happen? Right? I love it. Okay, cool. I'm gonna use my mystery pick right now. So that means you got your phone close to you?
I do. Yeah.
I am going to text you right now. I'm going to use my one mystery pick. I'm going to tell you who it is. So you can't draft them, but we're not going to tell the audience. And who knows when this person, he or she, will show up in my federation. I have texted you right now.
Just got sent the mystery pick.
I feel like this is maybe somebody you would have wanted.
Yeah, they weren't on my list, but definitely was like thought about for sure. That's Perfect. A great mystery pick too, and somebody that when you see them show up, that's gonna break headlines. You know what I mean?
And maybe more trouble for the booker, man.
Yeah. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're trying to book here, but I'm going to go next for the mama's boy, Buff Bagwell. I'm going for Buff Bagwell.
This is hilarious because, I mean, first of all, it's amazing that you've got Buff so high up on your list, but I'm not kidding. Buff was probably in my top 15 as well.
There you go. Yeah. What are we saying?
I sort of planned, I was thinking about, when I was looking at the list of guys, I was thinking about kind of using Buff as sort of a comedy figure, But he was definitely high up on my list. So it's hilarious that you just snagged Buff Bagwell and I didn't get him.
Again, he's somebody I think that is like does have a lot of potential, and
Yep.
with the right kind of with the right coaching behind them, and I hope I can be that mentor for Buff, and I can get them to that high profile place that they deserve to be.
So you just picked maybe sort of a more obscure one. I'm gonna go with a more obscure one for my number 7, pretty high up in my top 10 here. Gangrel.
Ooh, nice, good call.
Yeah, another one, same thing. I felt like Gangrel really could have been a lot more. I thought he had a really cool look. He was big. He could work if he was in there with somebody really good, and he just had a cool presence, cool music, cool gimmick. The bloodbath, everything was super cool. I felt like they could have really done more with him. So I'm gonna put him in my number 7.
Yeah, and I think he's the only wrestler to have spit blood in Donald Trump's face, right? So that's pretty cool. Have you seen that?
No. What is that?
It's like, so they did like a New York house show or something like that, and they had Gangrel drink the blood and spit it into the audience. They sat Trump right in front row, right in front of where Gangrel was, so that when he came out and did the blood spit, it would all land right on Trump. So there's a great photo. If you Google it, there you can find it. Yeah, Trump just covered in Gangrel's blood. So good choice. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go. Then that just brings up my next choice will be Luna. Gangrel's partner in crime for a long time.
Incredible.
Yeah, I think again, endless potential. Yep. I mean, imagine like the kind of I'm thinking just they feuds with anybody, Jettinger aside. You know what I mean? We can go anywhere with Luna.
For sure, and I love you've got Luna and China both so far. Very cool. Okay, I'm gonna go for my number 8. I'm gonna go with Ric Flair.
Ooh. Again,
sure boy.
Locker room.
I like main eventers that cause a lot of internal issues.
For sure.
As you can see.
You're trying to book a future Dark Side of the Ring off of your fantasy league, is what I think.
Yeah. This is like the Dark Side of the Ring Wrestling Federation. What was the one that they did last season? The federation that was who was the guy? The dude that was cokehead.
Oh yeah. With like the boots, right? That he was selling the cookies, Herbie or whatever it was. Yeah. UWF.
UWF. Herb Abrams. Yeah.
Exactly.
UWF. Yeah. This might be the new UWF, I guess. Okay.
That's a goal. That's a goal to have.
Yeah.
I'm going for the Big Show. My next.
Great choice.
Yeah.
Do I write the Giant or the Big Show?
I think I want him as the Giant. Yeah, let's do the Giant.
Sure. I guess he wasn't the Big Show until '99 anyway.
Exactly. So I think I'm booking the Giant.
I mean, you could make him into the Big Show, but we'll write him as the Giant.
That's what I want. That's who I'm looking for. That's who I have in my mind's eye.
Yeah. I'm going to go with, it's actually kind of crazy that this guy hasn't been chosen yet, because probably in the 90s, he was the biggest name of all. I'm going to go Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
And again, maybe I'll put him in those fuchsia tights you were talking about last time.
Ooh, baby. That's what the people want to see.
Not guaranteed, but I'll think about it. You need to
do a one-off, like when Sean wore those brown tights for that one pay-per-view.
Oh, horrible.
Yeah.
Worst. And he won the title in those ugly brown tights too.
Didn't Hunter have purple ones one time too? Against Booker T
maybe.
Or something like
yes.
that?
Oh yes. Yeah. He had the purple boots and everything too. Yeah. Maybe WrestleMania 19, maybe.
Yeah. Not good.
Yeah. Not good. Yeah.
Not good. Okay. I'm going to go for Spike Dudley next. I went big. I went small. Spike was one of my favorites. Again, I think like the underdog is always like somebody that people love. You got to have somebody that you can book in that place. And I think few people could like take a beating like Spike could. And I'm going to put him through the ringer in this new promotion.
I'm loving this. I'm genuinely very intrigued by your roster here. This is very cool. Very intriguing. Okay.
Yeah, I think they're very different rosters that we've picked.
For sure. Yeah. I got a lot of sort of the more traditional main eventer guys, and you've got some more obscure picks, which I really like. Cool. So my number 10, I'm going to go for another, this is a bad recurring theme here, but I'm going to go for another Dark Side of the Ring guy. Okay. I'm going to go for Chris Kanyon.
Okay. Yeah, no, hey.
Who I really loved. Such an innovator. Again, another guy gone way too soon. And yeah, I think there's some cool stuff I could do with Kanyon, so I'm going to go with him.
I think that's a great choice too, for sure. I actually am not going to say that Kenyon wasn't on my list because he was on my list.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for Booker T.
Oh.
Speaking of that match with Hunter, you know.
Now, will Booker T be GI Bro?
No, he'll be King Booker.
Oh, King Booker, great. Okay, even better than GI Bro.
Yeah, I think so. He can maybe go back and forth, you know.
Okay, great. My number 11 choice is going to be. Just looking at a couple things here. I'm feeling like I need a fiery young babyface.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
And I'm thinking it's going to be the Lionheart, Chris Jericho.
Ooh, nice.
Mid 90s Chris Jericho, really blonde hair. Yeah.
Saying baby all the time. Just saying baby so much.
He's got the list of 1,000 moves. Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I'm going to go with his former Sudden Impact tag team partner, the one that we weren't going to book, but we're going to book, Mr. Lance T. Storm.
Amazing. And will Lance have the rat tail hair?
Oh, wait, of course he is. Yeah.
From ECW. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
God bless. God bless.
I used to have a rat tail, actually, that went more than halfway down my back when I was about 8 years old. Are you surprised about this, Brady?
I'm not surprised at all about that. I had a pretty sick mullet growing up, actually, which I have
nice. I could see that.
Great photos of, yeah, kind of. And again, very blonde hair. Like grew up very blonde, sweet mullet.
Really?
Yeah, unreal.
Not bleached?
Not bleached. No, natural blonde. Yeah. My hair darkened as I aged, but a very blonde kid with a sick mullet. So props to Lance's ECW rat tail. I'm gonna switch over here for a second and take one of my three. You okay over there?
Oh, I'm good. Yeah.
I'm gonna take one of my three international picks, and I'm gonna go with Hayabusa.
Ooh, nice. Good choice.
Hayabusa. Yeah. Another guy career ended too early on a lion salt. Very unfortunate, but really cool, really great wrestler. One of my first sort of introductions to Japanese wrestling in the 90s. Love Hayabusa, big fan. Also, Dark Side of the Ring just did an FMW episode. So I swear this is not a Dark Side of the Ring True Youth Federation. This just keeps coming up because we're talking about 90s stuff. But Hayabusa is my choice.
Well, what better way to, if you're rebooking the 90s, than to rebook these people who have had maybe some dark pasts, you know what I mean?
Sure.
And give them some sort of like hope, you know what I mean? And like to take something dark and then make it a good thing. So yeah, totally. I couldn't agree more with that. So I think if we're going to do an international pick, I'm going to throw my international pick in there. My first one is going to be none other than Dr. Luther, my former tag team partner. Yeah. Was working in Canada, worked in FMW in Japan. So all over the place, great mind psychologically, sick son of a bitch, and hell of a worker in the ring. Big boy too. So, you know, I'm going to be up there with my heavyweights.
Incredible. And still active today in a major international promotion.
Exactly. Still in AEW today. So yeah.
Very cool.
Done back in the day.
I'm assuming Serpentico is probably not eligible.
No, I don't even know if he was alive.
Probably not alive. Yeah, he looks quite young, although I've never seen him with the mask off.
It's true.
I am going to go for my second international pick. I'm going to stay on the international train right now. And I am going to go with Jushin Thunder Liger.
Nice. Good call.
Yeah. That's in terms of some of the coolest looking wrestlers of all time.
Totally. Well, if we're going to stay international and we're going to go with cool looking wrestlers, I'm going to go with Muta.
Oh, he was my next choice here.
Damn, well, there you go. I took him, man.
Yeah, there you go. So far, you've stolen the great Muta and Buff Bagwell from me.
Okay, yeah. So, you got Canyon, you got Guerrero. So, yeah. Fair enough.
Okay, well, you know what? Before I get another international wrestler stolen, I'm going to just use my third international choice here. I'm going to go for the Ultimo Dragon.
Oh, good. Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, love him. One of my favorites growing up. He was really one of the reasons I started watching a lot of Tori Uman, which later became Dragon Gate. And yeah, love Ultimo Dragon. So he's my third and final international choice.
For sure. And a great add-on to any sort of cruiserweight division or anything like that. It's going to, the high flying will be stepped up a lot. Okay, then I'm going to go with Bull Nakano for my, I guess you could do international, but you could do North American. So I'm going to go with my international pick.
Sure. Okay. So that's your third international pick. Awesome. Bull Nakano. Great choice. Great
that look
choice.
alone, right? I mean, and then the work is great too. So, character work, in ring, great.
Yeah. Man, you could have some sweet matches with just your three ladies here that you've got alone. China.
Oh, totally. I think they're maybe my biggest ass kickers of my federation.
Yeah. I'm feeling like I need a big heavyweight right now. I got lots of great workers. I'm going to go, and this guy's a great worker too, and a big man. I'm going to go Bam Bam Bigelow.
Oh, nice. Good call.
One of the best, he's got to be one of the best big men that ever lived.
Oh, yeah, arguably for sure. And just like one of the coolest looks too with that tattooed head and stuff like that. Like, I think so memorable.
Yeah. Yeah. That must have really hurt on the top of the head too.
I would imagine so. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to go with Arn Anderson. Yeah. Stealing away Ric Flair's best friend there.
I love it. Great choice. Okay. So you got Arn Anderson. Let me take a quick look here. I'm going to go with Doink the Clown.
Oh, hey, yeah.
I feel like Doink would have been somebody you might have wanted.
Yeah, no, he's on my secondary list. So, yeah.
Perfect. That's my number 13. 13 out of 25, not including my international and mystery picks. Doink the Clown.
Boom. I'm going to keep rounding out my hearts. I'm going to go with Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
Ooh.
Again, are we going to have him team up with Brett? Are we going to have him feud? Are we going to have him work? Where are we going to go? Are we going to have him be the Who? Who knows?
Who knows? I love it. I love it. That's great. Yeah, you got some cool stuff you can do with those three. I'm going to go with a guy that I was just debating whether I went with him or Doink. And this might screw up some of your plans given the list you've got right now, but I'm going to go with the Davey Boy Smith.
Ooh, perfect. Good call. Yeah.
When you just said you were going to go with another Hart Foundation guy, I was like, oh shit, he's going to take Davey. But you went Jim the Anvil Neidhart over Davey Boy Smith. Interesting choice.
Yeah, no, you know what? I'm not going to say Davey wasn't on my list. Davey was the first person to ever give me a pile driver. It was like my 6th day in wrestling practice, and I went in, and he was slamming around his son, Davey Boy Smith Jr. Yeah. And they were just like, "Get in here, kid! And I'm going to show you how to do a pile driver on this kid over here." And then he just grabbed me randomly, which was awesome, and it was super safe, and like just kind of. At that point, I realized like how big somebody could be, but also how safe they could be. That necessarily maybe the bigger that they were, that kind of added some safety because he just had so much strength. I was like 170 pounds, right?
Well, and his legs are probably so thick too. There's probably no way your head was going to hit the ground.
Yeah, there's no chance in hell. And it's like, yeah, but like really cool experience to go from like being in awe of seeing somebody and next thing you know, having your head in between their legs, which sounds perverted, but it's wrestling.
Yeah. Another thing we can ask Shreds about.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna go with Rey Mysterio.
Oh, another guy that was right up there on my list. Okay.
I'm surprised you hadn't picked him yet, and I thought I got to get there soon.
You've screwed up my cruiserweight division.
Boom! Hey, there you go. Yeah, him and Ultimo. I'm sorry, I've taken that away from you.
Yep.
Might have to have a crossover promotion.
Might have to. I'm gonna trade you for him or something. Cool. I'm gonna go with. I need another big man, so I'm going to go with Crush.
Cool.
Yeah, Crush. And I don't know if he's going to be Kona Crush or Nation of Domination Crush, which Crush he will be, but I got Crush.
I think Crush is a good one. I think you could also, there's a lucrative tie-in, maybe with, Orange Crush or something like that. That was a missed opportunity back in the day.
Yeah, and if anyone from Orange Crush is listening.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Great please. Sponsorship.
I was like the Lime Crush too. I don't even know if that's still a thing. I don't know if it's a different brand, but I was always a Lime Crush guy.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember that one, but yeah, sounds great.
I'm going to go with my mystery pick next. So I'm going to text that to Brady now.
Great. Ooh. Another guy. You just picked your last two picks were definitely people that I had very, very up next on my list. So
there you go. Hey.
Great choice. Can't believe no one had taken that person yet, but that's
I know. I don't know. Yeah, that's why I'm like, I got to get here too. I got to get here. I'm at that point, Brady. I'm scrounging. You know, I'm not gonna like you took Davy Boy away from me. At this point, you got Canyon, you got Davy Boy, you got Eddie. I'm not gonna throw any punches at this point.
We're not messing around.
Throw any punches. I'm throwing them all.
Serious. This is serious. I'm gonna go. Okay, I'm at 16. I'm gonna go with Flash Funk. Too Cold Scorpio.
Fantastic.
And I haven't decided.
And another like super talent.
Yeah, I haven't decided who he's going to be yet, but a couple options there.
He might tell you who he's going to be.
He's going to tell me. He might DM me and say, this is who I'm going to be.
I am going to go with, for my next one, I'm going to go with Bubba Ray Dudley.
Oh, he was actually seriously right up next on my list too. I loved
the person who has like, whether it be under a Bubba Ray or the Bully Ray character or whatever, just has like so much potential. Promo wise, great bumper. Yeah,
that's what I was thinking too when I saw that name on the big list. I kept thinking Bully Ray would be a great heel
for sure
to have for sure. Cool. Okay, so I just went Flash Funk, Bubba Ray. I'm gonna go with Disco Inferno.
Ooh, perfect.
You know, I couldn't get Buff Bagwell, so I need some comedy on this show. And I think the Disco might be my man for that.
I think that's a good choice. Yeah. I'm going to go next. I'm going to go with D'Lo Brown. It's going to be my next choice.
Great choice.
Yeah, charisma, worker. Yeah, got it all, baby.
I wasn't sure if you were going to go Devon Dudley next.
Ooh.
And I love Devon Dudley, but I'm probably not going to steal him if I don't have Bubba Ray Dudley. So you'll be free to draft him last if you want, because I'm not going to take him from you. Cool. I'm going to go with another cruiserweight. Could have been an international pick, could be a North American pick because he spent a lot of time in WCW. I'm going to go with La Parka, the chairman.
Ooh, cool. Very cool. La Parka was always my favorite of the WCW luchadors. There was just like so much oozing just personality from underneath that hood at all times.
For sure. I love him.
Okay. I'm going to go with the Tajiri. Yeah. The buzzsaw, the Japanese buzzsaw.
Buzzsaw.
Right? And also Muda and Tajiri. Ooh, Mist versus Mist.
I love it. When I did some shows in Japan, they referred to Tajiri was booking the shows, and he was a very funny guy, actually. Very, very funny guy.
Very cool.
Not great English. Very funny guy. Very funny guy. Okay, so La Parka. I'm going to go... I don't know what I'm going to do with this guy yet, but I'm going to go... I just like him. I'm going to go with the homicidal, genocidal, suicidal. Is that right? Sabu.
Yeah. Oh,
did I get it right?
Yeah, no, that's a great choice.
I get it in the right order?
Yep. No, you did.
Sabu.
If we're going for people within the ECW realm, I'm going to go for a Mike Awesome.
Oh, awesome choice. No pun intended. Awesome choice.
Yeah, no, great big man, fantastic matches and just that intensity and like a look. Like few big men were like as jacked and as lean as Mike Awesome was, right?
Another guy that could totally be a big player, right? Like easily be in the main event picture.
Totally, with a mullet like that, anyone could be.
Absolutely. I'm going to go with, just checking out a couple of my options here. Should have had a countdown clock or something.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with another young upstart babyface, Edge.
Ooh, good call.
Adam Copeland. In case you were confused about which Edge I was.
Yeah, no, exactly. No, I wasn't thinking you were choosing the guy from U2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Might have.
He was next on my list, the guy from U2. But
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go with Al Snow.
Another friend of yours.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely worked a match with Al Snow in the past. Yep. Head was stolen in the match.
In Banff.
Yeah, 15 seconds into the match, the head was stolen. I think it was in Calgary, actually. We worked in Banff the next night with Putty for getting the finish.
Yes, with Shannon Moore.
Yeah.
Classic. And Al worked... Did Al work like Lance Storm or something?
Yes. Christian or something.
Or JD. He might have worked JD Michaels was on.
Yeah, I think he did. Yeah, I think you're right.
I might have worked JD. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, and we worked each other with Shannon Moore and Putty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Putty was more concerned about his bodybuilding routine.
Yeah.
In his entrance than remembering the finish.
But he was flexing on the apron when it was supposed to be. He was supposed to save and
awful, awful match. Cool. I'm gonna go my 21 pick. I'm gonna go with Gold Dust.
Ooh, nice.
I actually can't believe he hasn't been chosen yet. Against another guy, versatile. Is he going to be Gold Dust? Is he going to be the artist formerly known as Gold Dust? Is he going to be what was his WCW character? 7?
Yep, 7. Yeah,
7. Is he going to be 7? What was his horrible character in TNA?
Oh, remember he had that rat?
Yeah, he was like Black something.
Black Rain.
Yeah, the rat. Yeah, it was horrible. Yeah.
Sounds like a bad.
But he's amazing. Dustin is
fantastic talent. Fantastic talent for sure. I'm gonna go with for my next choice. I'm gonna go with another big man. I'm going with Kane.
Will he be the Christmas creature?
I'm thinking maybe Isaac Yankem. Who knows?
Yes.
With a lot of diversity. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Forget Britt Baker, man. Isaac Yankem.
Yeah, the original dentist, right?
That's where the money is. Great. I'm going to go with another guy that I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with here, but I'm going to go with Rob Van Dam.
Oh, sweet. Well, I mean, there's so much you can do with RVD, right?
For sure. It never hurts to have another great worker on this roster.
I think also having somebody that's a little more laid back on your roster will probably do wonders in that locker.
Sure, yeah.
All right, I'm going to go with somebody that's with a little bit more wild. You know, I'm going to go with Terry Funk.
Great choice.
Yeah. Got him, got Foley.
Yeah.
Got some hardcore legends going on in there, so they can do some wild shit.
Got a Chainsaw Charlie.
Oh, who knows? Yeah.
Could be, yeah. Sweet. I'm going to go with my 23rd pick is going to be Kurt Hennig.
Oh, good. Yeah. Perfect.
Another amazing 80s, 90s wrestler.
Totally. That makes me think of my 23rd will be Rick Rude.
Great choice.
Rick Rude, yeah.
With his those awesome tights that you always have.
Definitely, yeah. Incredible physique, incredible tights, yeah. And like great worker as well, you know?
Great worker, yeah. Great abs. Hell of a set of abs.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Especially for that day and age, you know what I mean? Everyone was doing like the bigger look then, and he was so lean. Yeah, incredible physique.
I'm going to go with IRS.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's a hell of a choice.
Again, another person with a versatile display of gimmicks, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, take them all over the place.
Sure.
I think that's great. I'm gonna go with Devon. I had Bubba. Now I'm going for Devon for my 24.
I love it. Okay, you just formed a potential tag team, the Dudley boys here. I'm going to form a potential tag team with my man IRS and the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase.
Perfect.
Maybe he'll kick a basketball out of a kid's hands or something. Ted DiBiase, great. So that's actually my 25th pick.
Yeah, there you go.
Great. Okay. So you got another pick, and then we also have a wild card pick, and that will complete our wrestlers.
All right. So I'm going to go for my next pick. I am going to go with now I'm going to have to I'm going to have to break some hearts, you know what I mean? At this
for
point.
Sure.
I think I'm going to go with Bob Holly.
Great.
Bullet Bob Holly. Sparky Plug,
I was going to say, yeah. The Sparky Plug. Okay, perfect. Great. So that completes our 25, our mystery wrestler, our 3 international picks. So now we each get a wild card pick. So the wild card pick, as we explained in the first episode, any wrestler, dead or alive, any era, any promotion, whatever. This could be Luthez. This could be Ravenous Randy.
Boom.
This could be anybody. I am going to go, I believe it's my turn, so I'm going to go.
Yep,
I'm going to go with, and this was a tough one because like we're literally thinking of every wrestler that's ever existed.
Exactly.
Could be anybody. This could be some dude we worked the indies with. This could be the Stormbringer, Tim Strom.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Squiggy Magoo, any of the legends, any of the absolute icons that we have worked with over the years. My wild card pick is a guy that we also lost too soon, did not have enough of a chance to really thrive and make a bunch of money in the 90s. And another guy that had a Dark Side of the Ring episode. I'm going to go with Bruiser Brody.
Oh wow, that's a great choice.
Yes.
And you're gonna, for as far as like wild card picks you go, that's like the epitome wild card pick.
Yeah. I had a few guys, some ideas of some guys that are like more kind of current guys that I thought would be cool to kind of throw into the mix of the 90s. Like how would Seth Rollins or John Moxley or whatever like could do in the 90s. I think that's a super cool angle to sort of take on this whole thing. But then I kind of went back the other way and actually went with Brody, who died sort of before this era, right? So that's my pick.
Well, I think I'm going to go a little bit, now that you say that, the idea of bringing in somebody from the future really is intriguing.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm going to do the polar opposite of that. And I'm going to bring somebody in from the past of the past.
Yeah.
Somebody who's legendarily fought off vampires, the slaves in America. I'm bringing in Abe Lincoln.
When you just said that you were going to go back to the past, my first thought was he's not doing Abe Lincoln, is he?
I'm doing Abe Lincoln.
I'm doing
Abe Lincoln. Yep, booking Abe Lincoln, baby.
I can't even believe I'm writing this down right now.
Abe Lincoln. If you're going to pick any wrestler of any time, the ultimate babyface.
Sure.
Right?
That is incredible. And I can't wait for Abe Lincoln versus Lance T. Storm.
in a read-off.
Abe, yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're going to the library together. Abe Lincoln versus Bull Nakano versus Bob Holly stiffing Abe Lincoln. Like
but geez, like think about the sympathy that Lincoln's gonna get, right?
Oh my God, man, I can't even imagine. I didn't think about Abe Lincoln. That's great. You went further back than I did.
Well, hey,
great, sweet. Okay, cool. So that completes our list of guys. So now we're going to do 6 non-wrestler picks. And then we're going to do 5 jobber picks. Why don't we do these jobber ones first? Because we just have this little list of 10. So, since I went first on the draft here, why don't you, do you have the list in front of you of the jobbers?
Do I have my list? Yeah, I do have my list of jobbers.
Google, deal. Okay, why don't you go first for jobbers?
All right. So for my first jobber, I want to go with young Jeff Hardy. Was doing jobs at the time. Lots of jobs back in the day for like Razor Ramon and all sorts of things. So that's my first jobber.
Perfect. I'm going to go with actually a guy that I sort of became friends with over the years of doing WWE extra work. My man, the Brooklyn Brawler.
Nice. Good choice.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah. Great hand around, great for other things around, maybe help you set up the ring and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Whether your ring crew doesn't get there on time or whatever, you got it covered.
When we do our next episode, he'll be like bringing me coffees and stuff.
Totally.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with my coach, one of my coaches. I'm going to go with Ross Hart, who wrestled under the name of Russ Lindsay.
Amazing. Love Ross. He's the first guy that brought me into Stampede Wrestling back in the day. That is awesome.
Yeah, he's a fantastic human being, and he may just be getting a push.
Sure. I'm going to go with Barry Horowitz.
Ooh.
We were joking about Barry on the last episode. I love Barry Horowitz, and I'm going to go with him as my second choice jobber.
Well, I'm going to have to go with Matt Hardy for my third jobber because I think Jeff will entirely fall apart if Matt isn't there at this point of his life.
Sure.
So I think they need to have each other.
You need some jobbers for the Dudleys to defeat. I'm going to go with Tiger Ali Singh.
Boom. Good choice.
Classic jobber. Also a Canadian, I believe, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. I remember watching him on an episode of Jono-Vision. Do you remember that show?
Yes, I do.
And they had
with
Venus.
With J-Rock from Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah. Jonathan Lawrence.
Yeah. Cool.
And it was like the Canadian wrestlers, like WWE invades, and it was like, well, it's Val Venus and Tiger Ali.
Right.
And yeah, Val came out and cut a promo, and Tiger came out and got someone to eat dog food. Do you remember that was like his thing?
I feel like I remember this. Yeah, horrible.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're up.
Oh, was that? I thought that was it 3 or how many was it?
5.
Oh, 5. My
5 jobbers. Yeah,
all right,
then
we're going with Leapin' Lanny Poffo next.
Oh yeah, another good friend of yours.
Yep, no, definitely. Yeah, had a against Leapin' Lanny. Came out during my theme song was still playing, and I was super confused. Came out of a different door. Lovely man, lovely human being, but like did not seem that interested in having a fancy entrance.
Did you defeat Leapin' Lanny Poffo, or did he beat you?
I think he beat me with the moonsault, I believe. Yeah.
So one of your jobber picks has actually defeated you.
Yeah, which I think makes me an even bigger jobber, which is
even
nice.
bigger job. The jobber to the jobber to the jobbers. You know, they always talk about the
jobber to the stars.
I was just gonna say they always talk about jobbers to the stars. You are a jobber to the jobbers.
Yeah.
Hey, you got to give a jobber a win just once in a while to give him a bit of credibility.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I mean, he is Macho's brother, you know, so that counts for something, right? They shared a room at one point.
Yeah, and Macho, of course, on my list did not politic his brother into his contract in my federation. I'm going to take my number 4 pick is going to be TL Hopper, one of the greatest gimmicks of all time. Yeah, the plumber wrestler.
And I think also, like we were talking earlier about like jobs that an uncle has. Yep. That's definitely a job that an uncle has. I'm certain
TL Hopper is an uncle.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I'm going to go with Iron Mike Sharp for my next one.
Great choice. Okay, so that's your 5 jobbers: Jeff Hardy, Ross Hart, Matt Hardy, Lanny Poffo, Iron Mike Sharp. Hell of a roster of jobbers. You could book a whole show. You know? You could book a whole show around those guys.
I would. I'd love to.
So I've got Brooklyn Brawler, Barry Horowitz, Tiger Ali Singh, TL Hopper, a real just Hall of Fame of jobbers here.
Exactly.
And my number 5 to really complete the Hall of Fame, I'm going to go with the man himself, Salvatore Sincere Tom Brady.
Ooh, nice.
That's the same guy, right? I'm not messing that up, right?
No, I think that's right.
I'm pretty sure that's right. Yeah. Because I remember he was Salvatore Sincere with the pink gear, the white and pink gear. Yep. And then he was later Tom Brady, and I feel like he had just kind of black trunks with I don't know if it was green or red or.
I think so. Yeah, he lost his fancy gear, and they're like, "Sorry, that's your push."
Yeah, now you're Tom Brady. Okay, that completes our jobber selections. Okay, so we got one category left. We got 6 non-wrestler picks: announcers, valets, GMs, whatever you want to do. And you know what? I think you should go first as well because I got the first big pick on the.
All right. Well, I'm going to go for my first pick is going to be our commentator. It's going to be Joey Styles, the voice of ECW.
Amazing.
One-man commentating team.
It's funny because it's sort of whoever you choose for your commentators almost kind of there's a feeling, right? Whether it's if you choose Jim Ross, it's like, okay, it's going to feel like Monday Night Raw or whatever.
Exactly, yeah.
So it's just Joey Styles is such a distinct. And then now is he going to be on his own?
For right now, well, we'll see.
Okay, we'll see. Okay, yeah. So no spoilers. I am going to go with the guy I mentioned on our last episode, 90s favorite of mine, Bobby Heenan, Bobby the Brain.
Great choice.
Bobby the Brain. Okay.
I'm going for my other person on commentary, and this might be an odd choice, but I'm going for Dave Meltzer as my other commentary.
That is
Joey Styles and Dave Meltzer.
The greatest. I listen to Dave Meltzer on Wrestling Observer Radio sometimes, and I cannot imagine him being a commentator. So that's hilarious.
Especially next to Joey Styles, it's going to be an interesting combo.
Joey Styles yelling
at the top of his lungs.
Meltzer taking 17 minutes to get to a single point.
Exactly.
Sweet. I'm going to go with Jim Cornette.
Ooh, controversial.
And to be honest, I have not decided who of these is going to be managers and who's going to be announcers yet. But I love 90s Jim Cornette. I loved his managerial run in the WWF. So Jim Cornette.
For sure, great choice. I'm going with Jimmy Hart. Jimmy Hart is my next one.
The mouth of the South.
Yeah, Jimmy Hart. He's also going to be helping me write some of the theme songs as well because I need a backstage that has a kind of an ear for music. So I'm going to go with Jimmy.
Amazing. I'm going to go with my lead play-by-play announcer, Tony Schiavone.
Oh, great. Yep.
Love him currently in AEW. Liked him in WCW. So I'm going to go with him as my play-by-play man.
This next pick is going to cause some drama. If we're talking about Dark Side of the Ring, we're talking about Brady has the Macho Man. And I have Miss Elizabeth.
Ooh, wow. Yeah. As a valet of some kind, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Great. And you don't have Lex Luger either.
No.
Interesting. No. Okay. Very cool. Okay. My number 4, you chose some female wrestlers on your roster. I did not, and not because I'm a misogynist, only because there wasn't a lot of female wrestlers in this time frame in WWF, WCW, and stuff. So I opted out of having a women's division for the time being. But my number 4 non-wrestler pick, I'm going to go with Sunny.
Ooh, good call.
Yeah, great. She was on the cover of every 90s wrestling magazine, and I need Sunny. We got to sell some merch here, man.
For sure. I'm going for as far as looks go, I'm going for Beulah. I'm bringing in Beulah.
Beulah, great choice. Wife of Tommy Dreamer, correct?
Yep.
Amazing. Okay, I got 2 choices left here. I'm going to go with my backstage interviewer, Doc Hendricks.
Boom. Good.
What was that segment he used to host? I don't know if it might have been exclusive to WWF Canada, but he always do those little. He'd sell what's up, Canada? He'd sell the merch. He'd hawk tickets and stuff. Maybe they had it in the US, but it was certainly like region exclusive up here.
Totally, yeah. And they would say like what was going on in Ontario or what he was coming to in Winnipeg.
Yeah,
totally. Okay, I'm going with James Vanderberg for my final non-wrestling pick.
Amazing choice.
Sinister Minister,
yeah.
To go along with, I've got a whole roster full of weirdos. I'm going to need someone to wrangle those weirdos. And I think who better than the Sinister Minister? Absolutely. You need a cult leader. And I can't do all the work.
That's true. I feel like we got a good collection of weirdos on both these rosters here.
I would agree with that, yeah. What's wrestling?
That's true. Okay, my final choice, and this is actually a real toss-up. I'm actually kind of deciding right now between these 2 guys. I think would be a great manager or announcer. I am going to go, oh man. I'm just looking at my roster here, trying to decide something.
I'm getting nervous here, Brady.
Fuck, I'm nervous.
You're brewing on something.
I'm nervous about this whole thing. I am going to go with Don Callis.
Ooh, cool. Yeah.
It was between Don Callis and Paul Heyman.
Okay, yeah, either way.
And either way, I think they're both a great sort of stick man for somebody.
Definitely.
Maybe
definitely like a good mouthpiece for somebody who's not much of a talker or who's an idea man in general too.
For sure. Amazing.
I think it's important that we have these people on our rosters, on our fantasy rosters that'll help, just push the promotion along. Like you have people that set up the ring, you have people that in a pinch can help you pitch ideas. I've got Jimmy Hart to make some music. You know what I mean? We need to have a roster. That's the thing about wrestling. It's like a circus, right? You need everyone there to make the whole thing happen.
You've got Dave Meltzer to report the inside scoops.
Exactly. Are they inside scoops when he works for the company? Who knows?
Yeah. You've got Abe Lincoln to really carry the company on his back.
Totally. Yeah. He's carried the country on his back. He can carry a goddamn company on his back.
I am going to, we already recapped the jobbers, but I'm going to very quickly for people recap these entire rosters very quickly. Okay.
Go for it. Yeah.
So
I appreciate
for me in order, just in case anybody missed anything, Sting, Eddie Guerrero, Shawn Michaels, Brian Pillman, The Ultimate Warrior, Randy Savage, Gangrel, Ric Flair, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Chris Kanyon, Chris Jericho, Bam Bam Bigelow, Doink the Clown, Davey Boy Smith, Crush, Flash Funk, Disco Inferno, La Parka, Sabu, Edge, Goldust, RVD, Kurt Hennig, IRS, and Ted DiBiase. My 3 international picks, Hayabusa, Jushin Liger, Ultimo Dragon, and my wild card pick, Bruiser Brody. And I will not reveal my mystery pick. On Ravenous Randy's team, this is a real mouthful, man. Raven, Roddy Piper, Bret Hart, Chyna, Mick Foley, Owen Hart, Buff Bagwell, Luna, the Giant, Spike Dudley, Booker T, Lance T, Storm, Arn Anderson, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, Rey Mysterio, Bubba Dudley, D'Lo Brown, Tajiri, Mike Awesome, Al Snow, Kane, Terry Funk, Rick Rude, Devon Dudley, and Sparky Plug Bob Holly. International picks, Dr. Luther, the Great Muda, Bull Nakano, and the wild card, Abe Lincoln.
Abe Lincoln, baby.
Incredible. So amazing choices all around. I think very different rosters. Very cool. Crazy though, when you think about the fact that there's some guys that we did not draft from the 90s. Hulk Hogan.
Huge names.
The Rock.
Yep.
Bill Goldberg. Triple H. Who else is on here? Sid Vicious. Scott Hall. Vader.
Oh yeah, Kevin Nash, like lots of big names that did not get drafted. And I don't think it's anything against any of these guys. I think just it's nice to play with some different guys and see what we can do. You take a guy like The Rock and it's kind of like, what can you do with The Rock that wasn't sort of already done? Exactly. And I was even hesitant to draft Steve Austin because it's like, he's such a big star that it's kind of like you almost have to sort of put him in a certain position. And if you don't, sure, it might feel kind of strange. Yeah, that's why I was hesitant about booking Spike Dudley.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, people are going to expect certain things from me booking Spike.
Of course.
An event every show. But, of
course.
He'll get his chance.
Amazing. So our next episode is going to be the first actual descriptions of our show. So we're going to break down segment by segment how we would book our shows, where these guys would go in terms of the story. We're going to be doing little pay-per-views. We're going to have a few weeks of TV in between, and it's all going to lead up to a WrestleMania type event. So we get to play with our sort of long-term storytelling and see where we can take these guys. So fantastic, man. Congrats. You got a sweet roster here.
So I'm excited to take you on week by week in the new Monday Night Wars, or whatever it will be called.
Whatever day of the week we decide to put this thing out on.
Exactly. Yep.
That day of the week wars, and hopefully we'll put it out on the same day each time. I don't know.
I like that. I like that day of the week wars.
Yeah. Nice, man. Okay, awesome. Well, we will see you guys again soon for the first episode of the actual TV shows. We'll have to figure out what we're going to call our shows.
Exactly.
And we got some
rosters now. We need to name our shows. We need to design the aspect of our shows and the format of our shows. So they're going to be great.
Awesome. Okay, thanks for listening.